The death certificate is clear. 30-year-old Jalen Bridley was shot by other person with handgun. Clearly someone killed him, but no one's in trouble. So when is a killing not a crime? That's what the family wants to find out. It isn't easy for Everett and Siobhan Thomas to sit by their son Jalen Bridley's grave.
It's really surreal. I mean, you're not supposed to bury your kids.
On a scale of 1 to 10, I would give it 1,000. My heart is very broken, and I'm just really sad.
It's been 6 weeks since Bridley died, and the family struggles to find closure.
And we lean up on each other, like you see now, all these people are out here.
They're hoping we can help them learn how investigators determined Bridley's death was accidental. I don't know what the answers are going to be.
Right.
But we're going to get them.
I know you will. I feel confident in that.
Sarasota Police wouldn't talk to us about the case on camera, so we'll start with the police report that they provided to the family. According to detectives, in the early morning hours of September 22nd, Bridley drives to his girlfriend's apartment in Sarasota from Fort Myers. He gets there at around 3:30 as a friend is leaving her apartment. That sparks a verbal and physical fight between Bridley and his girlfriend that lasts more than an hour. She has a gun. There's a struggle, and it goes off. He's shot in the heart. She calls 911.
911, what's the location of the emergency?
Was there any chance it was self-defense, that she could have been protecting herself from your son?
No, because on the 911 call, they asked her was she injured in any type of way or was she hurt. That was no to both questions. No. She shot my son in the heart and killed him. And I will take that to my grave. I believe they believed her story because he's not longer with us to talk about it.
The report provides some details of the investigative process, but it does not include the medical examiner's report or forensics evidence. Police gave me a report that is nearly 3 times the size of the one given to the family. It includes the full transcript of the girlfriend's interview with police, but it doesn't include the medical examiner's findings, apart from the medical examiner telling police that the girlfriend's version of events is, quote, plausible. Well, I asked a law enforcement expert and a legal expert to read this report and weigh in. Pamela C. is a lawyer and professor in the Department of Justice Studies at Florida Gulf Coast University. Without that evidence included in the report, C. understands why the family has questions.
So there's a lot of evidence that's lacking. Was there gunshot residue on her hands? Was there gunshot residue on his hands? Where was the blood? Where did it fall? They have a right to hear that information so that they can confirm for themselves what happened.
However, C believes police were thorough.
All of the available evidence was collected. The problem is there was not enough available evidence to show who did it. And without more, you really can't say for certain who was responsible. That night is very confusing.
David Thomas is a senior research fellow with the National Police Foundation, and he's a professor of forensic studies at FGCU.
There's never really a clear story to start with, and then as it evolves, it develops.
Okay.
And so the pieces of that puzzle start to come together. Where I spend a lot of time reviewing cases is in the witness statements, and the witness statements. There has to be consistency. I mean, as they kept asking the questions, her story didn't change.
Both agree it appears to have been an accident.
The whole situation is so horribly tragic. And you never want to see any situation where people who apparently love each other get to such a point in their relationship becomes violent like this.
She said her intent wasn't to shoot him. I don't think that you'll be able to prove anything other than that. It's what do you charge her with?
I gave Siobhan and Everett Thomas the extended report and shared the opinion of the 2 experts we talked to. They're disappointed, but they're not deterred in their fight for what they believe is justice for Jay.
I just know he's not resting in peace because he knows what happened. He's just not here to tell it.
We didn't identify the girlfriend in the story because she wasn't charged with a crime. We did reach out to her to see if she wanted to talk, but we haven't heard back. Now, according to police records, the medical examiner told police the final report won't be ready until they get the toxicology report. I asked when that would happen, and I've not gotten a response. But I will stay on top of the story. In the meantime, if you have something you want me to investigate, email me at investigations@winknews.com.